Hello everybody, today I'll be reviewing this new set that I got in the mail. I ordered it off Amazon back on Monday and it came today, so today I'll be reviewing this new set called the Load and Launch Barrel Delivery Set for the 2025 line, which in other words is for the 80th anniversary. So basically this set just came out like literally a few days ago. It came on stock on Amazon. I think it went on stock before, but it went out of stock really quickly as it sold out fast. But now it's just on Amazon like 24/7. I don't think it has gone out of stock, but I think they don't have Prime available. I bought it when it had Prime available, so I got it a little faster than other people. But I do think in the United Kingdom, they're actively at Smiths. So if you live in the UK, I suggest you check your Smiths. I think you guys over there have like a lot more stuff than we do in the United States. Taking a closer look at the box, we have James Percy on the turntable. We have the Nitrogen Thomas for some reason. And then we have the 3-pack Thomas promoted for some reason. That's kind of weird because the Thomas that comes in the set has a different face. And then we have Nia and then the barrel launching mechanism. And here we have Thomas, and as you can see, he does have a different face than the one shown in the picture. And yes, I already did open the Thomas because I was a little too excited because this is nice. Top of the box shows a nitrogen render again. And then here on the side of the box, it goes over all the pieces that comes in the set, which is really weird that they include like a lot of multicolored track like from the All Engines Go range, which is kind of weird. I like the station though. Here's the back of the box showing other engines like Duck, Percy, James, and Gordon, and Nia too. And then it shows the basics of the set like the turntable, the tunnel, and then it shows the other engines as well. I really want that Duck. And then here we have how the barrel launching mechanism works, how you could push the barrel down onto the truck so it stays and jumps. And then you have a bunch of warnings and then the Mattel logo. And funny enough, they still have this little flap that is from Boba, like the old sets. Now going on to Thomas, Thomas has a really nice looking face. I think this is probably like the best Trackmaster 2 face we've gotten like, I think ever actually. And he does have a white running board, which I think is really neat. And man, that face is distracting. He does have painted buffers as well. And yeah, that's basically it. No painted lamp irons for some reason, but that's not really a huge issue considering if you really want all that detail, you can just get Player L. It's not that hard. Now for his side profile, it looks like Mattel went the extra mile and actually made his windows sunken in. Same with his wheel arch too. Now you can see that there's dirt on the side of Thomas, which could be distracting, but I guess variety kind of helps, even though this is the exact same Thomas as the one from the 3-pack. But it's still pretty nice, and the side rods look really nice as well. I personally think this is a huge improvement from Trackmaster 2, but that's just me. Now for the back of the train, it's not really a huge issue that the black lamp isn't painted because, I mean, to be fair, Playrel didn't have it painted too. It was basically just a sticker. And here's the coal load, which looks like it's a little overflowed, but it's overall nice. And the big red switch could be distracting sometimes, but I don't really care. Now on Thomas's other side, there's not a huge difference. It's just him flipped over, so there's nothing to talk about. Now for the truck that comes for the set. This truck is actually a lot longer than the usual trucks. I mean, I think this is the exact same size as the normal Trackmaster truck. I'll pull up one right now. Yeah, it actually is. That's interesting because most of the trucks for Trackmaster 2 are like kind of just small and shrunken. But the main mechanism of this truck is that you push it down and the barrel launches up and hits the bell, as I'll show later in the video. And the truck is kind of basic, but it's also kind of nice truck. So it's not the best thing ever, but it's also not like, it's not bad. It's a nice truck. I like it. So here are the instructions, and here's how the set came out. And I think it came out pretty well. Well, obviously, because I went off the instructions. But here's a closer look at Thomas on the track. Now, like I said earlier, I kind of don't like the multicolored track, but it's not a huge issue at the end of the day. I forgot to mention that Thomas's whistle is unpainted, but that's not a huge problem, to be honest. And so here's the multiple colored barrels. I think there's a banana one, an apple one, a male one, and a fish one. And here's the station that I think is Vickerstown, and then the loop of track, the bridge was a pretty nice looking bridge. And then we have the little red switch, which I don't know what it does, and then the turntable and the really awful tunnel that it came with, which really sucks. And then a close-up of the barrels again. But overall, I think this is a really nice looking set. So now I'm going to show you guys how the set basically works. It's kind of just The function is simple, but it's more like a train set, which is what Thomas is actually supposed to be. It's not gimmicky like early Trackmaster 2. So when Thomas goes around the loop, he comes back and then the barrel gets launched up and hits the bell, which makes a nice jingle sound. And he goes through that awful tunnel and then back up over here where we started. And then he goes all around again. So it's a basic like loop set, but it's a pretty nice set as well. And with the function too. And don't mind Andy and Clarabelle being in there, by the way. Here's another round of him going around. And the Thomas has to be specifically where the track tells you to, because there's like arrows on the track where it tells you to, or else it's just not going to work, as you can see right now. And he went off the rails. And here's another shot of the barrel hitting the bell. And I think the best part about this set is that it's just a train set. There's no catch to it. It's not a gimmick show. It's just a train set. Now here's a close-up of the arrow I was talking about. That has to be the direction Thomas is going. And here's another close-up of the bell and then the Thomas and Friends logo on top of it. And here's a closer look at the Vickerstown station, or at least what looks like to be a Vickerstown station. And then we have this really weird red switch that I think is where Thomas is supposed to start at. And here we have a closer look at this awful tunnel that's literally just a piece of cloth. Now, don't mind the location change, but I think it's about time we let this Thomas just run off with no interruptions. So in conclusion, this is a really nice set. I think it's a really good way to start up the new line, especially after all the All Engines Go stuff. And if you have $53 you want to waste on something you don't necessarily need but actually want, I do recommend this set. It's a really nice addition to the collection. I think I'm gonna rate this set a solid 7 out of 10, mostly because of the tunnel and the multicolored track. But the Thomas itself and the barrel launching mechanism and all that, it's a really nice touch, and I really do like that we are returning back to like trained sets, not all gimmicky loop-de-loop sets like the All Engines Go ones. And so yeah, I'm basically done with what I had to say here. This is a nice set. I really do recommend it again. And if you want to waste some money, then go waste it on this set probably. This is a nice way to start up the new line, and I hope this is a good sign for the Thomas brand. And if you guys want to see more reviews, just let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one.